So that's why I'm reserving judgment about Dixon and her and what they have done as a relationship because I don't know where the truth and fiction ends and begins. So, hey, folks, welcome back. And I just had a moment where I was thinking about things. And um, Pat Dixon, I don't know what happened with you and Felicia, but it's not my place to discuss it. I was a fan of Pat Dixon. I got wrapped up in this fucking crazy world. If you ever want to talk, man, and have a real fucking dialogue with another human being, let's talk. Because, but don't. The only caveat, Pat. The only caveat we can't talk about Felicia because that is too hard in the paint, and I think that's not right for both of us to even talk about her. We gotta leave her alone. Who's calling me? Private caller. See ya. Anyway, maybe I should unplug the fucking battery, huh? Maybe I should. So Pat Dixon, if you want to talk, clear some fucking air. We can do that if you want to. I'm not gonna fucking force you into a situation you don't want to be in. You're unblocked in the chat. If you want to say your piece, go for it. And I'll send you the link and we'll talk. But we will not talk about Felicia. And when that happens, we got to cut communication. Because I got to talk to somebody. I don't like negative shit. I don't like perpetrating negative shit about a relationship that I was not involved in. I don't want to be involved in it. Whatever the fuck happened between you and Felicia, I'm done with it. I don't care. I don't care. It's not my world anymore. So if you want to have a conversation between two adults, we can do that. So I'm going to look in the free chat and see if he's available. If not, not. If he is, good. All right, I'm gonna take Serenity's Now suggestion and just send him straight up the link. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll have a talk. Because I'm just done with the whole situation that happened, and we're just gonna move on happily. Oh, did I block him? I did, didn't I? If you're listening, Dixon, you got the link. Let's talk. Go ahead. If you want to send it to somebody else and do a shit show on me, I understand. I understand. But I'm just here to have a fucking dialogue and just move the fuck on with my life. I think it's good. I think it's good for you. I think it's therapeutic. I think there's a certain amount of that. Let's have that dialogue. Because it's just not my place. It's not my place, and I don't want to harbor any resentment. It's not me. As people call my fucking phone nonstop, it's just gross. I'm trying to plug my fucking phone in. I take the battery out every fucking time the phone rings. It's like fucking annoying. You know what I mean? See? It just never stops. It's like there's, weird creeps out there who just want to fuck with me. I just can't deal with that. But I sent him the link. If he wants to use it in good health. I'm just done being told who I can and cannot talk to. I really am. Link has been sent. Oh, yeah, let's see who the number is. Some guy from Wyoming. Oh. My hair is a little fucking puffy. Just a little bit. But if he doesn't want to, that's okay.
Keep licking Stuttering John's asshole. You won't be such a fanboy if he goes after your channel and livelihood, Goat Boy. And now you want to talk to that loser abuser, Pat Dixon. Thanks a lot, you asshole.
No, I just want to talk to anybody I fucking jolly well please. If anybody put restrictions on me, who I can and cannot talk to, you dumb fuck. I want to be a man. I don't want to be beholden to somebody who wants me to pick and choose who I got to talk to. Fuck that. I'll talk to anybody. I'll talk to anybody who I want to talk to. Yeah, we're going to unplug the phone. It was cute while it lasted. It was cute while it lasted. Ka-chink. Goodbye, battery. Thanks for fucking up my well-being by keeping the phone off the hook, asshole piece of shit. Anyway. Yeah, I don't talk to creeps who call my phone like you fat tub of shit. Don't fucking call my goddamn number while I'm on the air, dumb fuck. Anonymous, you have verbally abused multiple women on the stream. If you go to H3, will you do it to Carl's wife or any other female you don't agree with? Go fuck yourself. I treat people who they are on an individual basis, you dumb fucking tribalistic cunt. But you don't understand it because you're not a man. You're probably a fucking worthless twat. Be a real fucking woman. Be a real fucking woman instead of a worthless twat who needs tribalist. I need my sisters. Go fuck yourself. Stand in my fucking. I'll give Felicia this. She stands in her own fucking shoes. She don't need a tribalistic cunt like you. I'll give her that. Well, looky here. How are you, Mr. Dixon? How you doing, sir?
Oh, hey, Karmic. Nice to see you.
You know what? It's nice to see you too, and I mean that. I hope you're doing well.
Well, man, I have been watching, so I guess I just turned it on at just the right time.
Yeah, you mean you just flipped it on just now, and then this is what was happening, unfolding?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I think you heard what happened yesterday. I'm sure through the grapevine. You know,
I've been unplugged for days, man. I haven't heard anything.
and cheers on the Red Bull. What are you? Have you tried the winter edition Red Bull yet?
No, man, I'm not much of a trier in new things. You know, I kind of stick to the, whatever works.
Well, if you like Apple, give it a try because it's actually pretty good. Actually, I stick with what is a good standby. But yeah, I tried that winter edition. It was Apple, and I'm like, holy fuck, it actually works. So
Nobody cares. I
yeah,
know.
oh, they do. You know they do. They love it.
No,
They can't get enough of it.
This isn't what they want to hear. So what? It seems like you guys broke up, and like I don't know how long it's been since you've watched my show. How long has it been?
I'd say since probably June, or no, even before that, maybe May or April. And the last time I seen your show, I was in the chat, just carrying on the way I used to. But yeah, it's been since then, around that point, so May or April, and yeah, things have kind of went in a direction, perhaps. So,
Oh yeah, they've moved along nicely.
eh,
But
yeah.
but one thing, I'm sure it was one hell of a summer for you. And all I was trying to get across, and I don't know what you've heard, I don't know what you've been told, but most of what I was saying, especially like right at the start, like I could see that one day, and I talked about this with you on MLC, how messed up you were that one day, and I was like, I know exactly what's going on, man. I mean, I could just see it, that there's this expectation that was put on you regarding, talking to the opposite sex and shit like that.
Yes.
And that kind of confusion, I kind of like, well, now what do I do? Like you're really
Yes.
trying hard just not to step in shit.
Yes, and you know what? I respect that, and I'm sure in certain respects, a relationship when you're building a relationship with somebody, you kind of respect certain things, but it's also very limiting. It keeps you in a certain fucking pen, if you will, and you can't really get out of it, and it kind of makes it difficult. It makes it difficult to be a public persona when you have to limit who and where and what you have to do with your personal career, and that's where I came to. I came to that conclusion, and I'm just being real with you. And while I do care about her, it's just that I got to be able to do what I fucking want to do with my career, while she can do what she wants to do with hers. So
Yeah.
there's a certain amount of freedom that a person in her position is allowed. I wasn't personally allowed that to be able to continue a relationship. And yeah,
Did,
that's just where I'm at.
did you find that it was sort of like it was like there was like you were a second class citizen sort of in the
Yes.
relationship? Mhm.
Yes. And I question my sanity. I question my intelligence every step of the way. And
Yeah.
that's not a healthy way to go through any fucking relationship, as far as I'm concerned. A relationship is supposed to be a positive experience. And
No.
I was like, what can I do? What the fuck can I do?
It's supposed to add to your life, not take away from it,
Absolutely. And not feel resentment and guilt for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling for sure, man. I mean, like it's we both, I mean, we dated the same person. There's no question about that. And like that's part of what, when I saw you, I was like, oh, that confirmed it for me that we definitely dated the same person. It's really you start to question it. You're like you said, question your sanity. You start to go, am I this guy that I
Yeah.
keep hearing about? Because you find yourself, I don't know about you, but maybe increasingly feeling isolated and stuff like that, and like you can't really talk about it to, I mean, anybody. It's like your private hell.
Absolutely. And you couldn't say anything because if you had a counterpoint, it's like it puts you in the shit box pretty much. And it's like, how can we continue forward if I can't offer, a counterpoint to what's going on? And I know we're digging deep, and I even know I was like, we shouldn't even talk about her.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what difference does it make at this point? You talked a lot about her already, and I have no
Yeah.
intention of screaming about her being a C or anything like that. You know,
Yeah, I went down that path.
I only edited that, you know, for no good reason. But like when here's something I was curious about. You mentioned she said that she was going to toss you out in the cold when you were if you had a difference of opinion or something like that. You meant that literally?
Literally, it had happened several occasions. It's like, okay, how am I supposed to have dialogue with this person if she's going to put me in a position where I would be helpless without her? You know what I mean? Because I'm a stranger in a new land. She's the only connection I have with this new area. I don't know what to do. And there I am trying to have a dialogue with her, and she is keeping it a one-sided dialogue. So I have to spend the next 5 hours till 5 in the morning listening to her while I can't say shit. So I'm trying to understand what the fuck.
Yeah,
It's soul crushing.
yeah, it is. And to clarify, you mean literally she was going to just throw you out of the apartment?
Yep. Just because I had a different opinion to what these accusations she was throwing at me. She wanted me to feel like I was doing wrong by her, and it never got to that point. I've never done wrong by her.
Oh yeah, me neither. I mean, like I know that sounds unbelievable to you, maybe because I know that you've been listening to her a lot. But I've never there's never been anybody that I was more faithful to. It's the same thing that happened to me actually, except it was in the car because
Yeah.
you know we shared the. I mean, I wasn't gonna just like leave, although. You know, there was but she wanted me to get out of the car so she could drive away and leave me, you know, in another state. You know, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And she's like, "You're a big boy. You're grown up. You know, you can figure it out. You know, but like, I'm not comfortable with you right now and stuff like that." I don't know if she used words like that for you.
Yeah, she did. And I did not do anything abrasive. I was just offering a counterpoint to the argument that she created. She always created these situations that didn't make sense to me. Here's the thing, Pat. I would do a stream where I was really proud of it. I was extraordinarily proud of it. I felt I got to a certain level in whatever stream I was doing. And then I would go to her and she would list all these reservations and take every fucking ounce of wind out of my sails. And it made me second guess everything. It was.
Yeah. I hear you getting worked up about it because it's like you know you're really proud of the work you did, and then it's just like boom, you know, and
Yeah.
and you do. The problem is, and like you know, there's something about that situation. You become reliant on, you know, getting along with her, reliant on her, you know, approval, you know, and her like all that shit, you know, and it's it's the unhealthy power dynamic does affect your behavior too, you know, and you end up. Do I hear Mersh?
No, he's not. He's not around.
Oh, okay.
No.
Where am
But
I?
yeah,
Where am I hearing that?
he might be somewhere. Somewhere he sneaks in once in a while, but yeah, it I mean, it did. It felt like there was an expectation that I could not feasibly, as just a human being, get to, and I just seen the problem, and I tried. I really did honestly try, and I the only evidence that I heard was just an argument, you know, a natural argument between a couple. I didn't hear anything that alluded to any abusive behavior, but I just heard it. I mean, I heard it from her lips. I didn't hear it from any audio that alluded to it. I want to apologize to you, Pat, and I want to apologize to Taz for this trip down MLC Alley where you've been painted as a piece of shit, and I want to apologize to you personally.
Wow, that's so unexpected, Karmic, and so appreciated. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome, and I mean that because I went over the line. I ran down MLC Alley, and it was just let's keep this perspective on you. Let's keep this look on you. And when when I was in this relationship, I just realized, yeah, a lot of puzzle pieces were starting to fit that I was listening to when you told the audience about what was going on with you and her on a personal level. It started to just make sense. So I do want to owe you. I want to owe Taz, Doug Nelson, and everybody else in your concern an apology. And I know there was a lot of shit said, and I don't blame you if you hold any resentment towards me. I understand because it's justified, but I do really mean that. I do owe you an apology. So
Well, okay, thank you. And
You're welcome.
look, and I'll just say that, look, I understood the situation that you were in. I mean, what are you going to do? Take my side and not get laid that night? Yeah, take my side and like not have the relationship you want to have. It's I mean, look, I always think that it's nice if you can stay out of things that you don't really know about, and all that. And I know that's what
True.
it seems like that's what you're apologizing for, and I appreciate that. But aside from that, no, I do get it. I mean, like it's look, Felicia is look, a very intense person, to be in a relationship with. She's highly concentrated, and
yes,
and she has a way of becoming sort of. Look, I mean, maybe it's the guy she picks. I don't know, but she has a way of becoming very important to those people. I mean, she was very important to me, believe it or not. I mean, a lot of people don't understand that, but I mean, like that's how I felt.
I agree, and
Although,
I heard it from you too, Pat. I actually heard that from you that you gave a shit about her. You even said that she is funny, and you gave her kudos about who she is in her profession. But yeah, it's there's an expectation that is unattainable, I feel, and for any normal man. So I do wish she can find somebody who can attain that expectation, but it sure as fuck ain't me. I'm just
dude,
being real with you.
can I tell you the truth? I was hoping that it would be you. I really wanted it to be you. That would really completely, seal the deal, take her down the road 10 or 15 years or whatever, and you guys would be together forever. Whatever. In the beginning, I thought that could happen, and I'm sure you did too,
I did. I wanted to be like, this expectation. She wanted this perfect fucking relationship. I wanted to be that, but yeah, it's definitely unattainable. It's there's a fairy tale expectation she has, like the Prince Charming. She wants everything to be perfectly meticulous her way. And you know what? We're human beings. We don't read minds. We don't know exactly what she wants in any given moment. It's
I think it's not only unattainable. I think it's non-existent. I mean, I really do think that there's nothing that, if you did exactly what she wanted, there would still be that, like, let me check your phone, or let me, like whatever it is that she's suspicious about. I just don't think that her expectations can be met. That's how it felt to me. But I mean, far be it from me to like judge everybody by my own self or whatever. But I mean, like, look, she's not satisfiable as far as I can tell. I mean, like, we did a lot of nice things. Take this for instance. Okay, we started dating, and she wanted to. We kind of like lived together, like pretty soon after, kind of getting together or whatever too. And she wanted to be living together and have full commitment and full understanding, but also be taken out on dates. Like it's a new thing, That's what people in love do. You don't love me because you don't take me on dates.
yes.
You wanted to plan a trip around the world or go to other countries and stuff. You don't love me because you're not planning these trips. I'm like, I'm busted. I just left the city because I'm broke. And you want me to like, plan a trip to France or some shit. Go to Italy, drive off to see the redwoods. I mean, it's always. There's all these fucking things that she would love to see happen. And it's like, look, you can't, she would compare relationships I had had previously with this one and go, well, we're not doing all those things you did with them. So I guess you don't love me like you love them.
Right. Yeah. And that was hung over my head all the time. And it was like, What am I if I had the ability to read minds, maybe I can make it work, but it was unfucking readable. It's like it was a snap moment. Like, how am I supposed to deal with this? I didn't talk about something that was in your mind, and now I am not interested in doing something with you. Yeah, it was the same thing. And I do wish her the best because I do, but after
Yeah.
everything that happened between you and her, I'm worried about it with me now.
Well, I wouldn't. I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that that she doesn't want to cheapen her accusations against me by spreading them too thin onto you. I think that also she she'll say some stuff. I mean, she said you made certain stuff up. Like what I watched both what you said and what she said. I don't know if I've seen everything that everybody said, but I saw a lot. And one thing is that okay, you say she didn't want you to go to Hackmania, but she didn't
Yeah.
say that. What she said was, okay, no, go. I encourage you to go. Of course, I can never talk to you again.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's like, okay, this relationship, she holds it over every situation. If you want to do this, but we just can't be together. I'm like, I'm trying to do a relationship with you. It's like, what do you expect out of me? It's like, okay, do you want to keep me away from you? And then I even asked her several times, and she never gave me a clear answer. Why did you target me for a relationship? And she never gave. She's like, well, I agree with your points. I'm like, what are those points? And I never got a straight
I
answer.
agree with your points.
Yeah,
I'm into you because I agree with your points.
yeah. And then I'm like, what are
Which
those points?
points?
Could you illuminate that for me,
Like
please?
I'm not into Dixon points. How about
I-
that? It's like,
yeah.
I argue with Dixon. I don't know what the points were. What are these magical points that any guy can have and be attractive to her? That's ridiculous.
I think when I was on like the anti-Dixon kick, when I was wrapped up in the MLC situation, and you know what, I did apologize, but it didn't help your concern.
Oh, she's like, oh, I love this story that you tell about Quad and Shmuel and Dixon. That story. That's I
That
love. That's a
she
great point.
she didn't tell me that one. She didn't tell me that story was the illuminating factor in being interested in me, but it probably might have been. It's like, oh, stick it to Dixon. Yeah, that's what I feel that's what was kind of going on.
I'm
So
sure it didn't hurt. I mean, look,
yeah.
I asked her that question too. I asked her that question numerous times. Usually, right before I would be like, "Why don't we just break up?" Because I'd say like, "Why are we even together? Why would you even date me? All these things that you say are wrong with me. None of them are compatible with anything that you want. Right? Everything
Yeah.
is fucked up in your mind all the time. I'm the worst person ever. So why would you even want to date me?"
And I see Mersh popped on. Do you want to have Mersh on board too,
I think
man?
look, I mean, it's fine if you want to have Mersh on. I prefer not actually. Sorry,
Okay.
Mersh. Because look, I mean, if he wants to come on and say hello, but I mean, like we haven't talked in a long, long time.
That is
So.
true. Mersh, we will talk shortly, man. But yeah, it is an important moment. Me and me and Dick, we will talk soon there, Mersh. Hop 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 back soon,
It's a
sir.
television event, I mean, it's
Yeah, it's the first time, and yeah, Mersh is welcome. But at this moment, we're making headway.
this
We're
is the
moving
guys
forward.
who fucked Felicia Club. Okay.
Yeah, you're not invited yet, Mersh. It's a joke, Felicia. I'm trying to be a comedian like you wanted me to, but also didn't want me to. She said, I don't want to be involved with a comedian, but she pushed me in these open mic situations. What the fuck? I don't understand it.
That is weird, isn't it? I think
It's
she
very
doesn't want to be involved in any existing comedian who has
Yeah.
existing contacts who could like do damage to her in the business, who might create confusion with her career. Somebody. It's not just the doing comedy part; it's the being in the business part already. I think that would be my.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anybody who's in the business probably is like, oh, he must have did this, he must have did that, and so on and so forth. But I think she wanted me to get into the business so I can develop these situations that Felicia can chomp her teeth into. You know what I mean? Because
What do
that's
you
how
mean?
it started to feel like.
Create situations that by doing comedy that she could sink her teeth into.
Yeah, like saying, "Oh, Karmic, this girl gave you an eye. Well, now I can tell you what I think about you, Karmic, and we can have ourselves a powwow about why you did wrong, Karmic." That's what I was starting to feel like, why she didn't want to be with a comedian, but also wanted to push me into open mics. I don't
Wow, we
understand.
leave. I remember we'd leave a restaurant and she'd be like, "What was that shit?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "The way you were talking to the waitress, the way she was like all into you, and so like, why were you doing that?" I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what you're talking about, but it doesn't matter." You know, she's like, "The
Yeah.
hell you don't." Now you're just lying to her on top of it in her mind.
Yeah. Do you want to know something crazy, Pat? We went to a fucking orchestra. An orchestra. We had fun. We enjoyed some symphony. It was cool, And the violinist was looking directly at me. I'm a different looking dude. When you put me into a city scenario, yeah, of course I stick out like a sore thumb.
Sitting
'Cause
there in
I'm
your
the-
overalls and no shirt, chewing on a piece
yeah.
of hay, big straw hat, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then you put me in this situation, and I said I went to her. I said the violinist is staring at me like you would not believe, and she was. She was beelining her eyes towards me. She went on Instagram and connected with her.
Oh wow, really?
A violinist who is 75 fucking feet away from me, who's staring at me. She went on Instagram to confront her. Just because I was saying she was looking at me.
Come on, man. Really? I know. Look. I don't give it the slightest moment's doubt. So you're saying you were at this orchestra show, right?
Yes.
You don't even remember what they were playing, I'm sure. And like
Gershwin.
and this fucking violinist, probably who? I mean, do you think she was even? Were you on the front row? I mean, was she?
No.
Do you think she was really looking at you, or do you think she was just like one of these? She's looking out into space. You know how a crowd looks that size.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big show. She probably just kind of like has a place that's comfortable where her head rests, where she likes to look, or maybe she picks out somebody in the audience to kind of make her feel like I'm playing for this person.
Yeah.
Who knows what kind of bullshit it is?
Who
But obviously,
knows?
nothing can come from it.
Yeah. And it
She
was a
goes on.
passing thought.
What did she say?
Well, she said that night, she's like, I connected with this person and that person on Instagram, the violinist who was staring at you, and I'm gonna have a word with her. Are you? And I'm like, are you for real? Are you for real? I just made a passing comment. It looked like she was staring at me, and I'm like, you know what? When you know the feeling that it looks like somebody is staring directly at you, it kind of makes you like, okay, that person is really staring at me. But yeah, I was way the fuck in the back bleeding seat row. It's not in the balcony, but
She
on the
didn't
single
even
floor.
see your face, probably.
Yeah, probably not. But I made a passing comment to Felicia. That violinist is giving me the eye just to talk. And she took that as a way to go on Instagram and connect with her to tell her what for. And I'm like, she didn't say she did, but she said, I made friends with her on Instagram. We can have a conversation now. And I'm like,
Oh,
are you
so-
kidding me?
So she didn't actually write this woman or anything. She just, wanted to let you know that is closed. Don't even try it.
Yeah. And it was just like, you know what? She could be, for all I know, she could be looking at me like I'm a fucking circus freak. It didn't matter to Felicia. She looked at it like this woman was looking at her, looking at me, and she's going to cement that I'm going to confront this woman for
she would
looking
have
at
to.
you.
She would have to go into the program, I guess, and find this
Yes.
person's name, and then.
Mhm.
Jesus, man,
And-
that is wild.
And count for several violinists and identify who exactly she was. And I'm like, oh my God, we've gone to this point. Am I really that important, Felicia, that a violinist, a professional violinist on stage took this fucker seriously? Yeah, like you're right. She's probably resting in a certain position, happening to be looking my way. And I just brought it up flippantly, like, hey, she's looking. It looks like she's looking at me.
I mean, social media, man, is like her second language or something. Because I told her that like when we weren't dating, right? We had been broken up, and then she went out of state for a while. She came back, and we sort of started talking again, seeing each other a little bit, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Reconnecting. And
Right.
she asked me if there was anybody else in the picture, and I'm like, there is, I wasn't going to get into it, but there is, there's a girl I kind of see every once in a while.
Right.
There
You
was.
were away.
There was. So
Yeah.
I was being honest,
Being
because
real.
we were broken up,
Yeah.
And so she came over one time, and then after she left there, I mean, she saw something. I think that there was like a package with a C on it or something that the girl had left or something. She, from that, tracked down the girl from the letter C, tracked her down on Facebook, and wrote to her and saying, "Are you fucking Pat Dixon? Because I am fucking Pat Dixon." And, and starts this thing with a total stranger, somebody she doesn't know at all. Just because we weren't even in a relationship. We weren't even
Right.
in
You
a
were
relationship.
kind of just rekindling. You were a single man before that. Yeah, you gain relationships when you're single, and you were being just completely real with her. I was being completely real with her, and when she did not believe anything I was saying and making these weird, crazy assumptions that that I am being an infidelity ridden, I just didn't know what to do. It was like I couldn't. It's like if I stick with this longer, it's just not going to be good. It's not. It's. I just realized that it was like click, click, click. What have I done? What have I done?
Did I ever tell the one when you were around about the napkin with the supposed blood on it?
Oh, I might have heard rumblings of that. If you want to go ahead and carry on.
Well,
with
okay,
that,
it
please.
was okay. Just it's an amazing fucking story because like
Right.
it was the rainiest day in New York in fucking 10 years or something. I mean, it rained so hard, and this never happens. They shut down the subways. That never happens. Not
Right.
only, and so like while that's going on, she texts me, want to come up and see me. She was living in New York, and she lived up on 70th Street. I lived on 17th Street. Okay. And so she's like, want to come up and see me? I was like, yeah. So I go out, and the subways are closed, and you can't get a cab, of course, and there's no Ubers or anything, no
Right.
bus. You can't get, so I just start walking. Walking in this rain. I get soaked all the way down. It was like I jumped in a pool. And I walk 53 blocks. And I finally get there. And we hook up, and everything. And then, and we were together at this time, I guess, as a couple. I don't really remember the status, but I think that's what it was. And so she I get dressed, I leave. Now, some of the shit that was in my pockets had gotten really wet, I just threw it in the trash. It was shit like, when you got an old coat that you haven't worn in forever, it's got napkins and shit stuffed in it, and like just,
Right.
the lids of pens, whatever the fuck.
Right.
She dug through the trash. She found something, a napkin, and she thought it had blood on it. Okay, now I had already left by this time. I'm 20 blocks walking away. But I'm thinking, man, this will prove to her how much I want to see her. This will prove it. I walked 53 blocks to hook up
Shit.
with this girl, to be with this girl in the worst rain that New York City has seen in 100 years, whatever,
Right. Right.
And so I'm walking home the next morning, and we didn't no sleep or anything, just like left around, I don't know, 6 a.m. or something. And then have to walk all the way home too. Subways still aren't running. She calls, we talk, and she goes, "What is this napkin? It looks like it's got blood on it." I'm like, "I don't know. There's no bloody napkin that I had." And she goes, "Yeah, it looks like blood." I'm like, "I don't know. I think it's like a pizza napkin or something, with tomato sauce." I'm trying to think of what it could be.
Right.
Everything had bled together. She goes, "Here's what I figure happened. You fucked a girl who was on her period. And then before you fucked another girl, you used this napkin to wipe your dick off."
Oh wow.
So there's two girls in the scenario I fucked, one on her period.
Holy
That's what she
shit.
put together from the napkin.
So from one napkin, she assumed that you had not one but two women, and you were wiping the dick blood off.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And I'll be honest with you, man. She when I was getting off kratom, she didn't believe me that I was getting off it. She wanted to dig through the garbage to see if there was any kratom packets.
Oh, and you know that she did when you weren't around. I mean, she had to.
I said, you go right ahead, but you got to clean it up afterwards. I'm not cleaning up shit. I'm not cleaning up garbage that was meant for the garbage. I say, by all means. And she didn't do it because it looked a little psychotic. Don't you agree?
Well, I mean, it's never stopped her before.
Yeah. And
trying to confirm, man, you're an addict, so she has to find out, you know?
yeah,
It's
she
like-
has to keep me in this pigeonholed fucking point of view she has of me. And I couldn't do it no more.
Did
And
she ever say to this? Did she ever tell you addicts lie?
yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time.
Addicts lie. So, you know, and I wasn't even struggling with addiction at that time. You know, I mean,
Right,
like
right.
I had my drinking issue that I stopped at in like, you know, the year 2000 or whatever.
Yeah, you haven't drank for years, and
25 years.
you're
but
proud of it, man. And you
that
should be
tonight
proud
might
of
be
it.
the night. Well, of course, you know, there's trying to throw some doubt on that too, because I
Yeah.
can't have anything. You know, I'm the devil all around. See, that's the difference in the kinds of people is that like I'll look at her and still say, yeah, one-on-one she cracks me up. On
Yeah.
stage, she's a competent middle. She's you know, she's a very good cook. You know, when she's using a recipe, she's like she's got many good qualities. I even liked her sense of style a little bit at one time. I thought it was quirky,
Yeah.
and unique. And you know, I had all these you know, good things that I can still say about her. You know, you'll never hear that from her. You know,
Right.
it's nothing but vilification. You know,
Yeah.
and I think that's a good way to judge the. I don't know, man. Just the relative points of view and I mean, look, I look at it as like consistency. You know, like, everything I say still true, and but it's remarkable. I mean, the chick is amazing. I've never met. By the time you realize how extreme it is, you've sunk into it so gradually, even though it seems sudden. That like it's kind of hard to get your head above water again because you do start to kind of internalize all these insults and fucking condemnations and judgments.
Absolutely. And that was, I'm sure you've seen it kind of progressively happen with me as well. It was like, okay, here's Karmic questioning this, questioning that, where I never did before. It's like, okay, now I'm being changed. Now I'm being cajoled to switch things up. When meanwhile, hey, it's actually nice to talk to another cigarette smoker. By the way, what are you at, a pack a day?
Minimum.
I wish I could call that. I'm like at a pack and a half a day. It's not good. I'm gonna die young with this fucking cigarette thing.
No, don't worry about that. All you have to do, if you don't want to get any cigarette-related illnesses, is buy about every third pack, smoke a pack of menthols, and it clears it all out.
Is that what it takes to stave away the fucking cancer, the lung
Yeah, I
cancer?
use the Camel Crush, and one pack of those every 3 packs or so. No, that cancer thing's a myth. I mean, like, they never did really prove that. They just say it could cause cancer. I mean, like, anything could cause cancer. So
True.
don't get in that negative mindset of cigarette smoking being so bad for your lungs. Maybe for your heart, but, like, who cares, right?
That negative mindset may make increase cancer for all we know. So you know, that's a good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah,
I
negative.
feel.
Negative thoughts, man. If they can drag you down in one way, they can drag you down in another. I can't stand it, man. I like to think positive and say, you know what? If I die, it'll be quick.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking. I'm like, if I'm in an airplane and the opportunity happens that plane is going to crash, I'm like, so be it. Okay, this is where my story ends. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next thing, if there is a next thing. But
Merry Christmas, gentlemen, and Happy New Year.
thank you, Doug Nelson. It's good to see you again, sir. And mad respect to Doug. Is Doug still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think people should check him out. He's a very competent reader, news reader of sorts, and an artist to boot. So,
Yeah. He's a great hang. He's perfect for me. We've been working together for a long time. You know, geez, going on. It will be 10 years at some point, but we started working together a lot during 2020. I see. I hate it when people do this to me when they start reading shit out of the chat, but I can't help but notice Miss Taylor, Mia. What does it say? Mia Taylor G's.
Let's
comment, put it up.
let's take a gander. Miss Taylor G's.
Mia Taylor G.
Okay, Mia Taylor G. I'm kind of weeding through the chat a little bit. It's kind of getting hot and heavy.
It's a blue one.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna take a gander real quick. All right, Mia Taylor G. Pat, admit you knew Gilly would mess with Carm's emotions.
Yeah, of course. Of course,
You're in
I
a
knew.
relationship with somebody.
No, look, I was trying to tell you, and then I heard that you were, not to watch my show, and I was like, fuck, that's first of all, it's hilarious, and I did make fun of that a lot because it's like fucking, it's so emblematic of the nature of the relationship. I'm like, yeah, that's it. I mean, like that's through and through. You will not have another girlfriend ever who will tell you what show to watch or not watch. I mean, that's a good thing you can think about. There will never be another time when you have to think like, oh shit, am I fucking, am I not allowed to watch this or whatever? Is this going to cause a problem if I watch this? I'm sure she's watching now.
Of course she is. Yeah, after last night and after everything. Oh, of course she is. And here's the thing, Felicia. I just want the best for you so you can be happy. You know what I mean? I really do. Even though she made superfluous accusations, but here's the thing: nobody should fucking give a shit about anybody other's relationship. I even said that months ago, but I got wrapped into it. And you even said to me, Pat. You said to me when I started going on MLC. Give it time. They're going to turn you against me. And you were right.
Oh, yeah. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, absolutely. It's a total prerequisite to being a regular on the show there.
Absolutely. But according to MKE, he can go wherever he jolly well please. But Kevin Brennan held me at a different standard because I respected the motherfucker as a fan of MLC. So, it kind of led weird.
Don't look for any consistency and all that. I mean, the way Kevin... handles things. It's like, now some things are probably eternal. Like, with your status and your position there at the time, going on Stuttering John was a bad idea. I know she encouraged you to do it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was, wow, okay. I would think she would know better. No one knows how to observe Kevin's different, likes and dislikes better than her, I don't think. She's pretty good at that, but Kevin runs cover for people too. So
yes,
he doesn't anything that gives anybody else a win is what he's against. I mean, that's what it is. It's like the reason he denies everything so hard for Gilly, as he calls her, or excuse me, or Mead, or what do you call it, Chad, especially. Is because he doesn't want to give no wins for anybody else. And it's become that now.
Yeah,
exactly. That people will declare victory over it or whatever. But I knew she would mess with your emotions, of course. I don't think that you can look. If she finds a guy that she can be with, and it doesn't mess with him, then maybe that's the keeper. But I don't know. I don't care about her love life. I just want her to be happy. I really do. I really, honestly, there's nothing I want more. The world will be a better place when she's happy.
I agree, and I want that for her. I really, truly do. And you know what? She ain't getting it from me, and she ain't getting it from you. She ain't getting it from anybody in this circle, or if this is even considered a fucking circle. But
I want to mention this real quick, Karmic.
Sure thing.
The whole time you guys were dating, she and I only talked about half a dozen times. It was never more than that. I don't know what you heard, but we only talked maybe 6, maybe 7 times.
You mean during the time I was dating her?
Yeah.
Okay, I had no idea about that.
I'm pulling your leg, man. I'm sorry.
If it happened, it was like, oh, okay. If that happened, I'm like, holy shit, she's really playing an act. If that case, but no. If that never happened, though.
No, she tried getting in touch with me, and I always blew it. Not while you guys were together, of course, but well before. She did try to get in touch, and I was like, I was kind of surprised to see you blowing off her phone calls and stuff like that, and I guess ignoring any text that you're getting or anything like that. She seems like, look, breakups sometimes have to happen a few times. So if this is the one that takes, and I have a feeling it will be, especially after tonight.
Yeah.
then I think that's great, man. You're really kind of getting off easy.
Yeah, I hope. I think so. And I think it was like, if it was a longer type of relationship, I can just see the writing on the walls already. I seen it by the first month of time I was spending with her. The first time I got to know her, it was great. And then after that, the assumptions grew, and I was like, what the fuck?
Well, and I was watching B Dabbler today too, and he was confused when you said that you were like in a prison there in her apartment. But I knew exactly what you meant because you can't you're not free there exactly, and you can because at any moment you could be tossed the fuck out. I remember those long car rides home, especially after one of those attempted when and this seriously happened 3 times, where she's like legitimately saying, get out of my car, get out of my car. We're sitting there for like half an hour and she's like continually telling me to get out of her car and all that shit. I'm in fucking Pennsylvania. I'm in Ohio. I'm hundreds of miles from home. I'm not getting out of the car. That's ridiculous. It's not going to happen.
Right.
So when we would get back to wherever we were going, I'd be like, thank fucking God I'm on dry land again. There was that relief at least, but if you're in the apartment, you are just a prisoner.
Absolutely. And there was moments when I was riding with Felicia and we had an argument that would carry on through the ride. And once I got to my destination, I knew I told her right there and then several times I said, I'm packing my shit and I'm getting the fuck out of here. I said that to her and then she started to hug me.
Yes, exactly.
And it's like, what am I supposed to do? Okay. She put me in a weird position so she can confront me and make me feel like this is it. We're walking on the precipice. Here you go out the door. And that's what I felt every fucking time that she would have her argument with me. I never started an argument with her ever. I never called her a name. I never said anything of that sort. She called me several names. She assumed the worst in me. It was maddening.
Addicts lie, you're a drug addict, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then, you're like, you can't say shit in that situation. But we did the same thing happened with us. I mean, she would start an argument that was about nothing, nothing, literally nothing, apparently nothing, and then go on and on and on. It would go on for hours. I didn't think of it as an argument. I thought of it as a struggle session. You go, no, come on now. You know what you did. Come on, and just on and on and on. Who is it? Who's the next? Who's the next girl? Who else you got going on? Hours of this shit, right? And then,
absolutely.
And then when you're finally like, look, I don't have any more answers for you. I've told you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you, because then you start to just go, fine, I'm fucking everybody. I'm fucking literally everybody.
Right.
No, that's not true. So she's too good for that one. And then when you go, it's over. This is it. Then all of a sudden her demeanor changes. She softens, and now everything's fine again. Now the way she described that back to me was, after this happened many times, she goes, "You've been trying to break up with me for months. I keep saving the relationship."
Yeah.
She would say she was saving the relationship.
Yeah.
Where you were trying to break up with her, but you're trying to break up with her because she's telling you that it's like you can't fucking, that is when things get to be like, okay, there's a kind of dishonesty where you're just flat out making shit up, and then there's a kind of dishonesty where she's not really making it up. Letter of the law, it's true, but it's not, because it's putting something forth that isn't real, just like she did with Hackamania, like saying, I encouraged him to go. And then only when pressed does she go, yeah, it crossed a boundary, and that would be the end.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's not, what about the counselor? Now, she wanted to see a counselor from day one with you.
Yes. And here's the thing. She said that would develop a stronger relationship as she gets back into the relationship world. You know what I mean? She was saying, hey, I'm getting back into it because I stayed away from it. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I was kind of looking to, get some relationship experience as well. So there was a mutual thing there, for her saying, I'm out of the market. I've been out of the market for 3 years. I'm getting back into it. So I kind of looked at it like, okay, let's do a relationship. Let's get some experience about this relationship shit. So I kind of looked at it like that.
Right. But like, was that a condition of dating her?
Well, when we started to talk about like similarities between me and her, that's where it felt like it was safe territory. We're both people who been, messed with. That's where my mindset was at that time. Messed with, and then all these things.
Now it's you and her against the world and all that.
Yeah, and that's how I was feeling about that time. It's like,
But
okay,
did she go like, if okay, I want to, the way I want to have a relationship is I want to see a counselor from the beginning. Are you interested in that? Because that's what I want to do. And if you don't want to do that, then I don't know if it's going to work out.
yeah, there was a lot of that. If and I understand you got she's always saying you got your characteristics, but they don't gel with mine. And then I was like, okay, I'll stop doing this, I'll stop doing that, I'll stop doing this. And it was becoming a bucket list of things that I had to change. While I always said to her, I was like, you just be yourself. I don't want you to change.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The only thing you wanted to change is not wanting you to change, is, wanting you to change so much.
And she was mad at me for not having needs for her to change. She was mad at me about that. I can't win. I couldn't win.
She was mad because you didn't have anything for her to change?
No, I said, you're just fine the way you are. He's like, well, I need somebody who has needs. And I'm like, I don't want to change you, Felicia. I want you to just be you and then be comfortable being you. I'm like, I want to be comfortable being me. But that was causing her a lot of distress. Let's manipulate me. And that's where it was starting to is like, okay, so this is what this is.
I'm trying to game that out. What is that? If she's like, did she want you to have things for her to, like, I've met all his needs. I did exactly what he wanted. Because sometimes I think when there's something that like bothers you or some shit like that and you don't want her to do it, like you said, that I think you didn't want her to watch my show either. Like, why don't we both quit watching it or something like that?
I put it like that. Like, I'm like, okay, here's the thing, Felicia. If you have this disdain for this individual, why keep watching him? That's where I'm coming from. And I told her that, and we supposedly had common ground over it. I quit watching your stream because I was partaking in the chat. I was having words. It's just like, I can't have any words. I can't have any relationship with anybody that talks to those people. I'm like, why can't I? I want to talk to everybody. I don't give a shit what the conditions are. I just want to talk to people and understand.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you were which I think that's ridiculous too. But if you were like just not, because really the relationship, you and the show, the watching me and all that shit, that predates you and her by a long, long time.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, in a way, it's the longer standing thing. But like, what I don't get is why you couldn't you just watch the show on a replay or something, and then you're not dealing with the chat?
I could, but yeah, it's kind of fun to watch a show live and kind of be part of the moment. So that's where, the appeal is.
Would she have minded that?
As long as I didn't watch the chat, and I'm like, why? Well, yeah, I want to talk to people. I want to be part of what's going on. So it was part of that connection with the show. And over the last year and a half, I was a fan. You know what I mean? And
yeah, did she say? Did you say that she threatened to sue you?
Yeah.
What in the world could she have possibly sued you for?
She said she threw that out at me after a stream where I was talking to someone that I didn't know she didn't want me to talk to. Called me naive, called me this, called me names. And she said, I am going to sue you. I'm like, what for? Why? When I heard those words that she was going to sue me, the whole relationship, any semblance of positivity between me and her was gone. It evaporated. And I just kept my fucking mouth shut from that point on.
How long ago was that?
About a couple months ago. It
Wow.
started, yeah,
And
about a month ago, maybe.
and
Month and a half.
while you were staying at her place?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay, yeah.
it's like, okay, she's got me where she wants me. Now she can manipulate me to feel this way, to feel that way. It's like, I can't do that. I
Yeah,
can't. I'm a human being.
you're distance from your family, distance from everything that you know. You don't know what the fuck's going on around there. And, now you have to worry about getting thrown out anytime you ask any question. Okay, so let me ask you this, okay? And just no bullshit. Am I fuck nuts?
Fuck nuts.
Yeah. Lawyer up, fuck nuts.
She was talking about people who were talking about her in a stream that I had no idea what was being talked about. I don't know if she talked about you in particular.
Well, you remember when it happened during when they had been sniping you, God and Jesus, and then she came on and said, "Lawyer up, fuck nuts."
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that was another thing. I was like, why are we bringing fucking legalities into this? And she was always wanting me to like, you got to stay away from the Dabbleverse. You can't talk about the Dabbleverse. I'm like, you know what? That's kind of where I fucking got my footing. Why the fuck would I give up? Why would I fucking forget the dance steps that got me to the dance to begin with?
Well, what are you supposed to do? Just like ban everybody in the fucking chat
Pretty much
has a connection to any other show? Or I mean, it's ridiculous. It's
pretty
just,
much.
Start over at 0 and just put a stream up. Under what? You start a new channel? I mean, like, how the fuck do you keep people away if they know about you from, the Dabbleverse?
It was a situation that I could not dig my way out of. And it was like, where am I going? How farther will this dig if I stay in this relationship? So, yeah, it was a hard pill to swallow yesterday, but it's like, I can't deal with this anymore. I got to actually be able to speak my mind and speak to whoever the fuck I wanna. And it's like, that's just the way it is. And if that is what makes this relationship not work, that's fine, because I got my future to look out for. I can't fucking acquiesce,
It goes well deeper than that, and you and I both know it.
Yeah.
You weren't put on this earth to do what Felicia Gillespie or anybody else tells you to do. You're not on this earth to follow some random, in the grand scheme of things, even if it's a person you care about, any other person in the world. You're not here to take orders. You're not here to work for somebody else. You're not on this planet as a man to be treated that way and have to be looking over your shoulder and being belittled and berated and shit on day after day after day in the comfort of your own home. It's just not what you're here for. So, forget all that other stuff about your career and all that stuff. That's just external stuff. You could never live with yourself if you were letting her cut you off at the knees that way.
Yeah. And she always looked at you as like, you're going to believe in Dixon. She always brought it up unprompted. It's like out of nowhere. You and Dixon are going to become friends again. And I'm like, hey, I'm trying to develop a relationship with you. Can we, not talk about your ex-boyfriend for a day or two, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days? Can we not talk about Pat Dixon?
If you could, I was like that too. If we could put together a solid week without, these copy, but something, I'm not really special. When she and I dated, there was a guy who was the Pat Dixon of that era, who was before me, who she wasn't over, couldn't get over, couldn't trust anybody because of, didn't believe anything because of that, scarred, all this shit. It was like, it's just,
Yeah.
I guess I just get the booby prize because I was the first one there,
And I have a feeling the next relationship, I'm going to be the next one that is like, he did this, he did that. You're just going to be just like him. She's going to do that same fucking horse shit to the next guy.
Well, Karmic,
God bless him.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Hey,
let's hope it's you. Hey, this has been good, man. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You too, Pat. Take care.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Have a good one. Well, that was Pat Dixon, everybody. Yeah, I had Pat Dixon on. Hey, it's good. It's good. It's good. Good. Thank you, Pat. And take care and watch Late AF, everybody. With Doug Nelson, Taz, the resident artist, and Pat Dixon, of course. Pat Dixon, talented motherfucker. Plays piano, takes requests. Dude deserves respect. Associated with Pat Dixon fans, you went right to the source. I went right to source, and you gall dang right. Thank you again, Pat. And thank you, Anonymous.
You know what? I think I'll remod Serenity now and Final Boss. I criticize them for doing whatever they want. Yet my new stance on my mods is they can do whatever they want. And I know deep down they are good to me, but I'm petty for the sake.
You're petty for the sake, I thought is what you were trying to say. I've never drank sake. But, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. The reason Serenity isn't a mod because he linked out a sniper that's sniping my stream. So, yeah, we just can't do that. So, Final Boss went after Jessie Angel and blocked her, and we can't do that either. So, that's where we're at with that mod situation. The mod situation is fine just where it's at. So, just let it be where it's at. Mersh! I totally get not letting me on. I could be a bit much. No, don't worry, Mersh. Me and Pat Dixon not talking for the whole year and going through our trials and tribulations. We just needed that moment. If you ever want to talk, man, we're cool. We can talk. We can always talk. I just want to tell you that this is the greatest day ever. This is a Christmas present to me. Well, we made it. Here we are. And yeah, it sucks that it had to go through such shit. But it's the way it is. Am I scared? A little bit. I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie. I am a little scared about how I'm gonna be portrayed by her on MLC the next day.